Okay guys, I'm back with part 5 of Let's Play MegaMan X6, and we only have one investigator left to go after, but... Okay, sorry, new cutscene. Well, actually, I haven't defeated them all yet. There's still that Shield Sheldon guy. He probably does, Aelia, if he's the one behind it. I don't know why she said that. It's like the story itself, I'm cool with, you know, about this mad scientist Reploid here named Dr. Gate finding Zero's DNA, and of course it must inhabit like the malevolent aura of world famous criminal Dr. Wily, you know. Well, I say that in terms of, you know, the perspective of people in the game world, but you know, it makes him go crazy and start getting on this the survival of the fittest thing going on with creating all these ultra powerful Reploids out of Zero's out of experiments he did on Zero's DNA, and he wants to eliminate all the low grade Reploids so that a world where only the strong survive. Kind of like if you've ever seen Rurouni Kenshin, it's that, you know, it's that his nemesis Makoto Shishio. You know, that was like his ideology for taking over Japan and being like this mad dictator. So yeah, you know, that story's just fine. But here, the way the dialogue is, I mean, the way it's presented through the dialogue, it's, I don't know, Capcom could have tried just a little bit harder. I don't expect, you know, grand operatic storyline here, but that one sentence where Zero goes, "I hit myself while I tried to repair myself," it just, I don't know why, but I always liked Aelia's worried expression here. I guess she feels like personally responsible for Gates' madness, at least in part. You know, she was his former comrade, and there's a past there. It's only presented in vague terms, but it's good enough for a MegaMan X game. I mean, maybe it wouldn't be in an RPG, so where you'd really want to know details on that, but... So I guess Gates here just trying to justify his actions. Well, what do the Maverick Hunters do? Maverick Hunters just go around bullying other Reploids, and I don't like Aelia is trying to maintain the peace between Zero and Gate here, even though Dr. Gate is clearly in the wrong. And you should know better. Like she's scolding a child. Oh, I guess he's accusing Zero and X of that. Well. Because Zero's our friend and we believe in him. So yeah, this just plot convenience triggers the revelation of Gates' laboratory. I don't know. He might have told us because he wants us to come after him. You know, whatever. But here we can go to it right away. We won't, however, because there's still things to do. Stop his evil! Okay, so one of the things I need to take care of here is the last part of the Shadow Armor, and then just so I can, you know, try it out here, we'll use Shadow Armor X to defeat the last Investigator. We'll get Zero going for this since he can double jump. One thing I really like is that now that I think about it, he's actually he's actually really useful here in this part. You think with such a boss with such high HP that it'd be really hard for Zero to outlast him because, I mean, you know, Zero's armor is not as strong as X's, but look how much damage one Giga attack can do. And done. I mean, of course, you wouldn't have that ability if it wasn't for, if you hadn't defeated Infinity Fleet yet, but whatever. And you can, these blocks, these, whatever these gray blocks are about, they can be defeated with, they were brought on by the Nightmare, but they can be defeated with Metal Shark Player's ability. But they will have her crush you into the ceiling, so be careful. Oh, whoops. Didn't realize fire hurt that much. Okay, that's enough fail for one life, so... Oh, the flame was shooting out of the ceiling. I totally missed that. Okay, I really got to be more careful. I know I'm excited to get to the end of the stage because we're just, you know, using up time doing extra side questy stuff, but... Whoop! Okay, we'll just be careful. Whoa. Defeated by a nightmare. That's embarrassing. Okay. Oh, I thought that was going to take me all the way up into the ceiling, but it didn't. Whoa! Okay, well, we're out of that, so... And Zero's in an invincibility frame while we're doing this, so no problem there. And as he comes back down, we'll just do it again. There's a genuine weakness to everything. Whoa! Sorry, that kind of took me by surprise. Good, he gave me health back. Cool. And the final piece of the armor. Striking saber? What? We'll go on ahead and rescue the other hunters in the way. Well, it's a good thing he went after the one that was farther away. Oh! That was close. But, yeah, it turns out after defeating High Max, if you go back to an alternate area and go all the way to the boss chamber, then you actually find Dynamo. And it's a good way to collect extra Nightmare Souls because, like, his deal is he's just here almost for comedic relief. He didn't have that much of a purpose last time, but here, I mean, yeah, you can fight him 3 times or so in a row. I mean, as long as you're willing to keep going back, and you can collect Nightmare Souls from him. His deal is that, you know, ever since the whole incident with the space colony and, you know, the Earth getting mostly wiped out, all that stuff, he's like, well, I've had nothing to do all this time, so I just thought I'd go around collecting Nightmare Souls to become stronger. And with Rainy Turtle's ability, you can actually steal them from him and get an extra supply of Nightmare Souls. You must be busy dying so many times. Touché, my friend. Touché. And I don't know why. I figured this would be on a return visit. You know, Zero's like, Dynamo, you're pesky. But have you even seen him since X5? So yeah, it like almost completely incapacitates him. And, you know, if you want to see his abilities, well, they haven't really changed since X5, so. And you can keep on fighting him as long as you want, but you're only going to get Nightmare Souls from like the first 3 times, so. And I believe that's everybody left in Buster Plus. I guess that makes X's Buster a little bit stronger. Energy up, cool. So, last but not least, let's take care of Shield Sheldon. And the thing is, yeah, I guess I didn't really have to go through all that trouble finding every part of the Shadow Armor, but I just wanted to try something here. I know this sounds obsessive compulsive of me, but I don't think I've ever tried defeating an Investigator, getting the Shadow Armor before destroying all 8 of them. So therefore, I've never tried defeating an Investigator with Shadow Armor. So I just kind of wanted to see what that would be like. And since I have Ultimate Buster equipped, X is only able to do this right now. It's pretty much like the Giga Armor in X5. You can't use special weapons, and you cannot slide in midair. You can still slide on the ground, but your armor is still just as strong. And you have a shorter range charged Buster attack. But the thing is, it's really useful. It's short range, but it'll pretty much kill anything in your path. And it generally does more damage to bosses than even pretty much their weakness weapon. So, and of course, the only thing that makes it worth it at all in comparison to the other armors is the fact that you have immunity to spikes. So, okay, dude, come on. Let's do this. Over here. Hey, you. I know, I'm still avoiding spikes out of sheer habit. So, I mean, this even goes behind these guys' shields, which is really a miracle. And the Giga attack is also short range, but, again, Okay, it didn't work that time, but the thing is, this is pretty much the only time I intend to use it. I know you're like, okay, why'd you go through all that trouble? Well, it's just the fact is, using Shadow Armor makes Sigma really easy. And yeah, I know, if you haven't played this game before, technically I spoiled it there, but come on, did you really ever think that Gate would be the ultimate bad guy in here? So, yeah, I only tried fighting him with Shadow Armor once, and it was the last time I played, and I just remember the Giga attack took down, like, probably half his life. I guess that's your reward for going through all the trouble to find all the parts of the Shadow Armor, you know? Just it being really easy. But with approximately, like, 6 of these charge shots, his gigantic health bar went down in, like, 6 shots. So, you know, I want to try. I want to try it with Zero this time. Shield Sheldon, I thought it was you. Did you know him? What's he talking about? When the professor became a maverick, there was no other way. Oh. Who's the professor? Well, anyway, I mean, I guess it's cool that they added just a very, very small backstory to pretty much every investigator, you know. Not a big deal. So Sheldon's like, well, Gate resurrected me, so I owe him everything, and here's my second chance to protect him. So I shall fight you, X. He has very little HP, but the thing is, he's very well defended. And technically, when you think about it, the fact that I only did this much damage with 2 hits from X's Charge Buster, yeah, you have to wait for him to throw his shields at you before you can even scratch him. It technically makes Sigma seem wussier than this little guy right here, you know? Just putting it in perspective, considering it, you know, this is the 6th time I've hit him, and it would have defeated Sigma by now, and his health bar was like 4 times this size. I mean, it's also kind of nice how, starting with X5, I think it was starting with X5, you know, different bosses have different health bars, at least in terms of length. I mean, you wouldn't expect a guy like this to be very, you know, to have like a lot of life in him, considering he's so well protected in the first place. Oh god, I hate this right here. It's just, it kind of takes up the screen, it's hard to... Ugh. And he counters with a shot every time you hit that shield. His special ability, though, it sucks. I've never found a use for it, I don't think. Even charged up, it sucks. Like, charged up, you have the same 4, you know, weird laser-y shields around you, and I think only certain bullets that come in your direction hit the shield will actually be bounced off by it. Like, not every single type of shot that comes your way will be repelled. So, and you can't do anything else while the shield's going. So, it's really stupid. I'm just never going to use it. Oh, so that's the professor's name, Dr. Jim. Alright, well, let's go ahead and save. Got quite a bit of stuff going for us now. But as for heart containers, I don't believe I've gotten them all. In fact, I'm pretty darn sure I haven't. So let's see who we're missing on the rescue list. And be really great if you could see which stage pertains to what, because I'm definitely not going to remember them by the names of the Mavericks I've rescued. It seems I have missed one in Rainy Turtle stage. I guess I'll just screw it, you know, for the sake of time. Well, not bad. In fact, I'm pretty sure this one right here pertains to Ground Scarabage's stage. I haven't been there in forever, so I probably missed out on a lot of... Probably missed out on a lot of the Maverick Hunters that are there. Saber Plus, Saber Extend. Yeah, I guess I'll go with Saber Extend. Cool. Really, the only thing I know I'm missing left is a second energy tank. And normally I wouldn't be bothered by it, because I would say I can deal with Sigma on Zero with just one energy tank. Shouldn't be a problem. But trying to defeat Dr. Gate is another matter. He's actually pretty tough. I've never really found a clear strategy for defeating him easily enough. So I do want to grab that next energy tank. Oh, okay. Well, it just pertains to the fact that I haven't been to these areas yet in this stage. I'm also pretty sure there's an energy tank here. No! Oh, I just barely got him. Wow. I got lucky there. And thankfully these things actually don't kill you in one hit after all. Woo! I guess if I don't find the energy tank, or if I've even got the heart container from here, I'll go ahead and take care of those little bits off screen. I mean, I've shown you enough about all the places you can go in this game, so all the stuff you can get. And I'll go sort out what I'm missing that I still want to get off screen. Actually, come to think, now I believe I do remember where the second energy tank is. We never actually went into the Amazon guys, Commander Umark stage. We never went into the alternate area there. I don't believe so. There should be plenty of Maverick Hunters to rescue there too, and I believe that's also where the energy tank is held. Well, anything, if that's the only Maverick Hunter I can find before completing the stage, hey, I got a whole bunch of Nightmare Souls. Ugh. We'll just do it again to ensure our survival. Oh god, this game defeat him in one hit. Wow. Actually, come to think that shield and counterattack, I actually have no idea how to activate. I don't think I ever even figured it out. And because it sucks so badly, I didn't even bother to look at a walkthrough to find out how. But with Zero, I don't even know how to activate his stupid shield. Or if it's even the same thing that X has got for his. wonder if there's anything else I'm missing that I haven't done with Zero yet that I haven't taken advantage of. Nope. We're good. Yeah, that fast cartwheel thing, he just kind of gets the job done. Basically, in Gates' lab, I'm just going to take a different approach entirely to how I played the game last time. I really did it in the easiest way possible. As in, I used Blade Armor for the first part, and then I used Zero for the second part where you defeat Dr. Gate. And finally, I used Shadow Armor for Sigma. Like, Blade Armor with X makes the boss of the first stage so easy, but with Zero, you really kind of have to employ some tactics there. So, you know, I'm going for it just to challenge myself. And then I intend to use X on Dr. Gate, which, wow. Let's just say the way you have to defeat this dude, turning his own weapons back on him, kind of like Aghanim in Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. Well, using the Buster instead of the Saber, it just makes that a real pain in the butt, because all the while you're trying to avoid falling into a pit. So it's yeah. I'm just gonna try to stay as close to this thing as possible so I don't get hit. Well, there wasn't even any need. Let me just quit. Let's see here, back to the Amazon area. I just now realized, what is it with the terminology that everybody seems to be... all the investigators in Hymax seem to be using on you? I shall delete you. I don't know if that's just kind of keeping in canon with the whole idea of, you know, the nightmare thing. Technically it's, or at least according to Gate, I believe, he's saying it's deleting all the really low-grade Reploids. Oh, there's the energy tank. Cool. Just need a little bit of jumper power for that. But yeah, that's instead. I think in X5 they kind of use the word retire a lot for killing off a Reploid, and here it's delete. But yeah, Commander Yamark's weapon, if you use the shots from the Dragonflies to finish him off, then he dies entirely, and he can't resurrect. Which, hey, that's always good. Hi. You know, it's really courteous of the Nightmares to just wait for me to get there and show up before they actually start attacking the Maverick Hunters. That dude was just standing right next to him and was like, yeah, I'll just, you know, wait for Zero to show up. Oh, whoops, I meant to... Well, crap. I'm gonna have to go back through the whole thing. Or maybe they're just douchebags like that, where they want to kill off one of your comrades right in front of you. They want you to watch. Life Recover. That is the that's a limited one-use ability I was looking for. Since I intend to take on Dr. Gate with X instead of Zero, it's like having another one-time energy tank, just, you know, on your person. So it's cool. just jump over these guys, whatever. I keep accidentally activating that stupid Z-Buster trying to get these flies to come up. But if your final blow on him happens to be something to be from another weapon other than the dragonflies, well, then you know they can resurrect. And unfortunately, you can't shimmy off these walls. So if you miss the teleporter, you're just gonna have to start the stage over if you want to go back there. Oh, great! The nightmares affected this place. So here I'm getting blown back by the wind while trying to cross these gaps. Again, jumper ability is really darn useful here. Okay, and... Ugh. It's gonna make it just a little bit difficult. Now let's just try a big slide off of... Okay, that works. Okay, you're gonna make me do this again. And of course, if I get hit, then yeah. How many Nightmare Souls does Zero have? You know, yeah, let's just screw it. Oh, I can't clear out a stage if I go to a alternate area. Well, okay. I don't know what the point of that was, but... That did not work. I mean, I just realized I had enough Nightmare Souls to equip a fourth weapon. At least I think I do. I think it takes only 2,000. So there's no need to go on and defeat Dynamo and get more souls from him. Just got to avoid that one blade, or I'm screwed. Okay, now I think I can make it from here. No, I can't. Not with the wind blowing you back. Well, I managed to cling there for a second. Could just slid on over to the other side after that. Ugh. Friggin' scythe blades. I just got stopped by the overhang. What can you do? Oh, yeah, I forgot he still wants to attack me. Even though I'm... Ugh. Yeah, this game don't make it easy on you. Well, what is the deal with that? I don't know how I managed to grasp onto it the first time. Well, if I fail, I fail. We'll just go into Gates' laboratory and, you know, get things going. Okay. Hopefully here we can just whoop. There we go. Not that there's much of a point in making it all the way over here, but at least I can say I did. Hi, Dynamo. Yeah. I can even, like, fling his blades back at him with this ability. That's how much he sucks now. So yeah, he can, like, make the whole entire screen light up, and that's the first time Infinity Flea's Giga attack has failed me. Jenna to you too, sir. Or whatever you said. Yeah, well, I like to think I'm ready to go here. Let's do it. Yeah, let's just go in there blind, Aelia. Don't tell me anything about it. See, what would be useful is if you told me about this thing right here. That's coming up. Yeah, don't worry. Don't worry about this right here. Yeah, she's gone. But check this crap out. Gate has built a freaking wall of spikes at the front of his... As he enters to his laboratory. I never got this right here. It was so frustrating unless you do this with shadow armor. I mean, it's so annoying to get up these things, but because like I said, you touch any part of a spike, even if it's not the pointy part, you're dead. How... A Gate must have some kind of secret passage. I don't know, but it just always puzzled me why he built this right here at the very front. I mean, he comes home after a day of work. He wants to get straight to the kitchen and fry him up a grilled cheese sandwich or go to the bathroom. I don't know. He has to go through this crap first and make sure he doesn't touch the spikes. he just kind of seemed like inconvenient renovations here. And of course you can't jump up too far because of jumper, or else you'll end up hitting the spikes above. And if you don't land on the edge of that platform, the absolute edge, well, it's over. And getting up here with blade armor is even worse because you can't double jump. You have to rely on your upward slide ability. And of course, you know, I don't see any way how regular Mega Man X could do it at all. I was kind of making it up there a minute ago, but now I don't seem to have the... It's like, it is really specific how you jump here. And I'm guessing the reason I made it over previously was because, you know, I wasn't afraid to jump far enough over to get onto the platform, but I also had an invincibility frame going from, you know, these things right here. So I was able to touch them for a brief moment, and there it goes. I know, technically, you know, you can say this about any Mega Man game, probably any platforming game. When you're in, like, the lair of some kind of, you know, mad scientist or something, where you just wonder why they built something this way. Isn't it dangerous for them, too, as well as me? Whenever they come through the front door of their castle or lab or whatever. And that wall of spikes, I don't know why it gets me in particular. Oh, here's a throwback to the enemies from Mega Man 3, and they've probably been in a few others, I just can't think of them right now. You know, the little walk-on four legs thingies from Sparkman stage. Well, actually no. Technically, I guess it's a shout-out, but it's definitely not the exact same thing. Because those things only had 2 legs now that I think about the Sparkman stage. It was just like a walking eye, basically. They kept walking, you know, head over head. And what's this? Oh yeah, this too. Gate's got like a... He's got this flow of magma coming up out of nowhere. I don't know how many millions of dollars it must have taken to build that contraption. I mean, I don't know if it just comes out of like a giant... Maybe this was built on top of a volcano, I don't know. So all he has to do is open a hatch in the bottom floor, like a giant one, and then, you know, just a flow of magma will come right on up. You know, because of pressure release and everything. Okay, so we just got to jump up and let it do its thing and rest for a minute. But it just comes back right here, and I believe it just slowly climbs up. But as long as I hurry. And technically, if this is strong enough to kill Zero instantly, it should burn the floors, the ladders, the walls. It should basically destroy everything. And here, I just think it slowly rises up the whole time. Of course, you got these icy slopes right here to make things worse. Now, luckily, I don't think they get you with any spike ceiling if you try to, you know, stay at the top of the screen. They don't try to surprise you with anything like that. And I hope that actually stopped the flow. Okay. And I believe we're here at the boss. Yeah, on this guy, you gotta do a lot of bobbing and weaving here because his main form of attack is, and this thing right here that Gate made is called the Nightmare Mother. It's like some kind of giant virus, and I think it's what created all the little miniature nightmares that can infect Reploids. So their main form of attack is, you know, just traveling along the walls like this, and even though it seems pretty easy right now, you know, as long as you just keep climbing up walls, jumping off in between them, so on and so forth. But when you get about halfway, they start going a lot faster. They don't stop for any amount of time at each corner, so you really have to keep moving. And of course, Zero does not have as strong armor as X, and you know, when he's in one of his special armors, so that's what makes it hard. And you can't hit the eyes as long as they're in their shells. So, you know. And they're completely impervious to the Giga attack. Well, that sucks. With blade armor, however, this is like so ridiculously easy, because all you have to do is use Metal Shark Player's wandering anchor thing, and you can hit the eyes while they're still within these, you know, weird cells. And I guess here's where the saber extend becomes useful, because if I have to jump up like this, and dead. So yeah, it's gonna take some time, but with blade armor, you don't even have to use the normal version of Metal Shark Player's special weapon. You can just do the charge up attack. The Storm Eagles that come rushing down will take off like a fourth their life, and it will definitely hit them while they're still inside their cube. So it's super easy with X. But here, it's gonna take some time. And you know what? Okay, I was about to say, did I even bother to fill up my energy tanks? Do I even have that? Because I'll definitely need to use at least one, I'm sure. Okay, and one just spews lava at you. And you don't know which way they're gonna, you know, start out going, so you can get hit that way too. And they don't give you much of a chance to damage them too. That's what really sucks. And yeah, this awful boss music that we thankfully haven't had to hear since the first time we fought High Max. It's thankfully this is the only other time you're gonna have to hear it. And one thing I noticed they're doing here that's kind of giving me a disadvantage is that a lot of times, I'd say at least half the time, when they stop and they reveal their weak points, it's when they're both against the wall instead of up above or down below. And it's a lot easier to avoid their attacks then and also do a lot of damage to them. Whoops. Didn't know what to do about that. And of course, again, jumper ability is really helping here. Maybe with the saber extend, I can just barely nick him. Oh. Yeah, thank you for making it harder for me to attack you. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to go for using an energy tank yet. I want to try to get farther along in one life before I risk that. I mean, you kind of get the wandering anchor effect after, after coming back down to the ground with Zero when you activate MSP's ability. Where Zero plunges into the ground, but it doesn't bounce around for near as long. And honestly, it's way too dangerous to even try to do it while these guys are flying around. I mean, I'm stuck in one place. So, yeah. And it turns out the actual... Wow, that didn't even damage him, so screw that. I managed to get a lot of damage in there, but I also got damaged quite highly myself. Oh, and the cartwheel saber, they're invulnerable to that too. Well, holy crap. What can defeat these guys? Other than Zero's normal saber, and that's it. I don't know, I suppose it was a nifty idea. I just hate this music. And they got me. If they came out on the sides a lot more, honestly, it wouldn't be too terribly hard. But here, it's really hard to. I mean, it's really hard to get them, and it's easier for them to damage you. That's just how it is. Yep. Gotta pick a direction and hope that it goes. Okay, we got in good damage there, so... I think I'm gonna go for it. Yeah, and here you can see they go a lot faster now, and you really got to move it. Oh. Oh boy. Can't keep up. Just barely. Hopefully I can do it on this life too without having to use up an energy tank. Actually, come to think, I'm not even risking it. I probably only have one. I probably only have one hit left, and that would have been a complete waste. Okay, just take care of this guy, and there. Oh, whew. Oh, hi, Gate. I didn't think you'd appear right in front of me, but hey, you're making my job easier. Simple philosophy, but practical. Yeah, what's that? Oh yeah, that's Zero's DNA. So I guess all this time we didn't even know that, like, this was how, at least from Zero and the other Maverick Hunters' perspectives, they didn't know that this is how Gate managed to do all this in such a short amount of time, by the way. You know, if it couldn't be analyzed, how'd you build anything out of it? I'm curious. Fabulous. Just fabulous. So, I don't know, I guess, considering what the effect that the nightmares have on Reploids, it's like saying Zero's very existence in this world is just detrimental to everybody. I mean, how's that make him feel? Because it was all created using, you know, using his technology, or I assume that's what you find in his quote unquote DNA. Yeah, like Gate's gonna listen. How much more high grade do you need to be, sir? It's not like I just went through all of them effortlessly here. I mean, I did have quite a hard time trying to defeat your creations. Okay. And of course Gate's like, yeah, catch me if you can, blah blah blah. Okay guys, yeah, that's definitely enough for now. I'm going to go run off, refill my energy tanks, find the remaining heart pieces off screen, and then we'll continue on with the next stage of Gate's laboratory. Thanks for tuning in, see you later.